So 16% of Americans surveyed said religion is this is, I thought, crazy low.
Yeah.
Not just now. 16% of Americans surveyed said religion is the most important thing in their lives. According to, that concerns me a little bit if it's true of my own people. According to this company, down from 20%, which to me is still low, a decade ago. And then here's a couple other things here. Americans are increasingly likely to become religiously unaffiliated. We've been hearing that.
Yeah.
I don't think that means, that's different. That means they don't like to say, I'm a Methodist. I think everyone, I can see a good, strong Lutheran just being a jerk saying that, like, I'm not a Lutheran, I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that really means.
Right.
It's more of a change of branding, I think, of how people relate to institutions versus the faith of Christianity. Everything's kind of dropping. The drop isn't as steep, though, once broken down by the other demographics. For example, 38% of Black Protestants and 42% of white evangelical Protestants say religion is most important. So this is 60% of all human beings in the country, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Not within your congregation.
Right.
So Deckman isn't surprised that religious salience is highest among those groups. But certainly it's less than 50. That is kind of, you think if you're going to your church, 80% think this is the most important thing. I mean, how many times, and they all say it. If you ask them this, who's number one? I'll bet 80% would say God. So I don't know. I just don't think this is true. I think this is the dumbest thing in the world.
Like, I was even thinking, like, if somebody asked me, is religion the most important thing to me? I don't think I would say yes.
Religion. Yeah.
Like, that's like, because it's freighted with certain things that I might go, I don't, what do you mean by that? Like,
90% of Lutherans say only 1% of Lutherans say religion is the most important thing. We're like, no, it's the Lord Jesus. He's more important than religion.
We don't speak that way, right? We don't use that language.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
speak that
exactly
way.
Right. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But this is where we had that outlier conversation, right? So in any kind of mentality, any kind of group, and we use gang mentality, right? You have the core group, right? These are the people that they're your half dozen to a dozen people that are in, and they're the ones you always go to. They're the ones that change seats on your council and all that other stuff, that kind of thing. And then you've got your kind of your regulars, and they're still a part of that group. And then you got your outliers, right? And honestly, I think these surveys hit those outlier numbers. And you're not seeing what's going on in your actual core group, your tithers, your people that are, they're in it, right? They have relationships in there. They've been there, and they're willing to stick it out. Even if somebody says something stupid to them, they're going to hang around, do that kind of thing. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
And so in a strange sense, the engine of the church, the core maybe hasn't changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not drastically. I think we can say that. And I think they probably would suggest that's true too.
Well, and you deal with the consumerism too, right? So people treat the church like they treat it like a whatever, like going to Walmart versus hitting Home Depot. I can get a better hammer at Home Depot, so I'm going to go over there and I can get a better whatever. I can get a better discount on a pair of shorts at Walmart, so I'll go there. And they treat churches like that. Oh, my kids get better VBS over here, so we go there in the summer. But in the wintertime, we're snowbirds, so we're down in Florida, so we go to that. It's just like they just treat it like any other store.
Not affiliated to anything,
right?
One might say. So I'd like to see this compared to affiliation to Democratic Republican. I bet you might see a similar thing, because we're seeing with both parties people saying within like Republican for sure, like rhinos, and they're not really. I'm not really a Republican. I'm a conservative. I think that's increased, and I think good. One might say, except for we don't want people. We do want to make a reconnection of a loyalty. If you're loyal to Jesus, then you're loyal to your church,
right?
And you can't have it both. And the loyalty to the church, but it's really wordplay. So they need to be able to say, I'm a Lutheran, I'm a part of this church, And they should know what that means. You agree with those beliefs as opposed to the name brand.
But it's different from politics.